So you're thinking of moving to Montana and you've researched jobs and housing and you're realizing that it's going to cost quite a bit to live here. And maybe you're curious about utilities. What can you expect to pay on a monthly basis just for the necessities? So I was researching for this video and I didn't find any real great averages and information. So I'm just going to share my bills with you and hopefully that'll help you out. Hey, welcome to Montana Life. My goal with this channel is to give you an accurate, everyday look at life here in Montana, keep you up to date on the real estate market, and hopefully help you blend in flawlessly with the locals. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I've got a great website that I'll share with you for some renewable energy sources for Montana. So today we're talking about utility costs and what you can expect to pay. So I'm just going to base it off of mine. We are a 3-bed, 3-bathroom household. Our house is about 2,500 square feet. There's 5 of us that live here, so hopefully this will just kind of give you an average and you can adjust up or down. We do live on a rural property, so we have our own well and septic system, but I've tried to work in some of those costs just to give you an idea. Now, Chad, my husband, is an HVAC technician, so I'll probably butcher this and he'll give me crap for it, but for our systems in our house, we have an electric cook stove, we have an electric boiler, we have 2 mini splits for cooling. We used to have central air, but we took that out because we have a basement and it really wasn't necessary at all to run AC in the basement. It just got really cold and then didn't really do much upstairs. So we just put some split systems upstairs. So those are electric. And then we have a propane heat pump and a wood stove. I don't typically run the wood stove if it is above freezing outside just because it gets too hot in the house. So if it gets down to 32 or below, or it's going to be really chilly, then I'll put the wood stove on for a little bit in the morning just to warm everything up. And I would say we keep our temperature pretty normal, maybe 72 in the winter and about 75 in the summer, so nothing too extreme there. Okay, so we have here in Park County, we have Park County Electric and Northwestern Energy. So there's 2 utility companies that you can use for electricity. We just have Park County Electric, and we average about $158 per month. So for propane, it was a little bit harder to calculate a monthly amount that we used. So the tank lease, you lease the tank, you rent it from the company, that was $120 for a 500-gallon tank, and we topped it off in the fall. We ended up getting 300 gallons or something like that. And we're really only down to 50%. We're getting towards spring, so I think maybe we can make it through until we need to fill in the summer. So I'm just going to say that we used for the year about 388 gallons, so about 400 gallons. I might be a little bit off there, but the average was about $2.50 per gallon. So we ended up paying $90.51 per month, including the tank rent and the propane that we purchased. So that one's pretty rough, but it gives you a little bit of an idea. So for internet, we have a high-speed bandwidth. I think I'm saying that right. It's not satellite and it's not cable, but we end up using a local company and we pay about $65 a month. It's pretty good for the most part. It has very bad upload speeds. So that comes into play if I'm uploading video content. Those are large files and they take forever. Okay, so for water, we have our own well, and the pump's doing great. So I really estimated on this one, and I estimated maybe about $2,000 for installing a new pump every 10 years. So that would be about $16.60 a month. So that's really pretty good for water, and we have as much as we can use. So that one's great. Okay, for our septic system, we are out in the country, so we have our own septic system, and I plan on having it pumped probably about every 2 years, and we paid $460 for that the last time it was pumped. So that would break down to about $19.17 a month for septic, which is really pretty good. If you did it every year, you could double that. Trash for us, we get a tag from the county, and we have to haul our own trash, so it's an assessment. It comes on our taxes that covers that cost. And that's $213.50 each year that's on our taxes for that. So that breaks down to $17.79 a month. So for a grand total, I have about $366.40 a month for internet and utilities. So just to check that number and see if I was kind of close to average, I checked it against a website that was just the first one that popped up on a Google search. It's SoFi. I happen to know that it's a budgeting app. So they've gathered some data there about Montana, and they estimated that it was about $291 a month for utilities. And I don't know if they included internet in that. I think it was probably just your basics. So by that one, we're pretty close to the average. So MontanaRenewables.org had a lot of good information about renewable energy sources and programs in Montana. So I've linked that in the description, so you can check that out for some information about that. So hopefully that was helpful, but if you have any other questions, you can certainly give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'd be happy to help you out. If you're looking to make a move to Montana, I can sure set you up with a custom search and discuss any questions that you have. Love to chat with you, and all of my contact information is in the description.